viewing a story doesn't mean anything. However, sometimes men are fast when they are in a relationship or engaged and they're still fastening up themselves to watch you.
Sorry. I wouldn't even want to be with someone like that because I'm like,
exactly, wishy-washy, innit?
Stand firm in your choice. So then when someone else is showing a bit of ankle, you can be like, oh, actually.
What it do, Crash Out crew? My name is Shari.
And it's your girl Shanice.
And this podcast is where the group chat goes public. What are you smirking at, bro? The takes are hot.
Okay, so my reward is your cat.
And the crash outs?
Certified. Hey girl, what's poppin'? Long time no see, everybody.
We're back, guys. Back we never left.
Back and I'm better. Anyway, I don't know if you've heard or seen the discourse that was going on Twitter. I guess it's semi-old now, but we're going to talk about it anyway. So apparently there's a wave of women on... Oh my gosh, I can't believe we're going to be dragging women. A moment of silence. But anyway...
It's not on brand, is it?
No, it's not. What's going on? So apparently there's a wave of women on dating apps basically straight up begging. So the whole thing started out with a tweet saying... Bruh, the amount of black British women dating transactionally these days is crazy. Then there was a reply or a quote tweet or whatever that says, not being funny, but I feel like men are exaggerating this, etc. And then the amount of quote tweets, Shari, that came rolling in, not just, I just want to preface this, it's not just black British women. So like...
It's everyone.
Don't slant us like that. But from globally, around the globe, that's what globally means, Shanice. So basically, there were screenshots, women straight out asking for birthday gifts, and I'm talking about, they haven't been talking for long. Women straight out asking for birthday gifts, asking for their Shein cart to be paid for, even starting the conversation saying hi, and then in brackets saying send money.
Do you know what? Like, yeah, I saw a lot of the evidence, and I was shocked because I saw the first tweet. I was like, yeah, sure, whatever.
Yeah.
But then I saw the evidence. I was very shocked. Like, and it's just like, what is going on? What age? What age range?
That's what I want to know. That, and also I've even seen a screenshot of. So basically, they had these two people that had a conversation. I don't know if it fizzled out or if the woman ghosted him or whatever. But then she comes back 2 months later. Just straight up asking for money, like, there's no shame. But let's be for real for just 1 second, okay? Let's take it back to what we know best. Hating men, I'm joking. But let's take it back for a second. As much as I disagree with this notion of women just straight up begging, like, give me money, pay for my nails, whatever. Has dating ever not been transactional? Like, men have been out here for time that you'll be having a nice conversation or you haven't even had a proper conversation and they're like, basically, when are we going to be? Like,
yeah, or when are you going to come see me?
When are you going to come see me?
Can I come to yours? Come to mine?
You're cooking. Yeah. Are you going to cook for me too?
Yeah,
or
it's always been...
Or just because you've had like a good date or a good conversation, it's like, okay, so my reward is your cat? Like,
meow.
Meow. Like, you know what I mean? So... Now
it's always been this way.
Yeah, so I feel like women are just kind of flipping the script. Is it still nasty? Yes. But the game is the game. But, as I said, it's always been transactional. Traditionally, men have paid for dinners, brought gifts, and, showed provisions. And on the other side, women have given time, attention, emotional support, cooking, looking fine, So that's already an exchange, right? So with this new wave, is it just like removing the pretense of it? Like, how's your bread? I can cook cornbread. Let's go. Do you know what I mean?
Maybe, cause that's why I asked like what age range of women, because I don't want to assume it's younger women, but it's feeling that way.
It feels that way.
And it's a different generation, and like they're more just like straightforward, like, okay, well, if you can,
city girls.
Yeah, do you know what I mean? If you can ask, can you cook for me? Can I come yours? When am I gonna be? Like, why can't I be the same? Because honestly, yeah, it's feeling very young. Like, I can't lie. Like, correct us if we're wrong. Because I wouldn't move like that. I just think that's so weird. That's so weird.
But then also, it's like, there's those conversations online. I feel like it's a very online conversation. I want to tell people as well, online is not real. Online is not real. Conversations that are happening on Twitter, to the extreme that it's happening. No one's having these conversations face to face.
It's true.
I feel like it's just entertainment, in my opinion. But yeah, there's all these conversations about, oh, I want to go back to the time when I want a marriage like my grandparents. This is the kind of marriage that they had, okay? Because women couldn't have a bank account until like 90, 70 or something stupid, something really recent, yeah? So most of the time when women were getting married, it's like, can this man provide for me? And men were getting married like, she's a little fly thing, but like, can she take care of the home? So
yeah, it wasn't any deeper than that. Do you know what I mean?
It wasn't any deeper than that. And there, it wasn't as easy for Granny to get up and leave and say, let me leave this spotless man because he's my financial support. I can't go anywhere. Do you know what I mean? So I just feel like this is just, I don't like it because we should be progressing, not regressing. But I feel like, as I said, it's just removing the sheen of everything. But I also want to say, I feel like, and ask, I don't feel like dating apps are even for dating anymore. To be honest.
Listen, I gave up with them a long time. Like, it's just, I don't even know what it is for. Like,
because you know what it is? I feel like you have to remember dating apps is a business. Yeah. So it's, again, transactional. The algorithm is there to keep you on this app. It doesn't make... Okay, I know there's certain apps that are like, ethos is we're trying to help you delete it quicker or whatever.
Hinge, the app.
I didn't want to say it, but...
But,
but it's like, realistically, no, you want people on this app. And then it's the whole illusion of choice thing. Because even... who was saying it? I was watching something the other day. I can't remember what podcast it was on, but she was saying how back in the day, your granddad or even your dad, depending on how old you are or how old your parents are, it's like you're trying to get the baddie in your area or how far you could take a bus or a train to. Now you have options, someone in Birmingham, someone in Manchester, someone in LA, you have all I'm not talking for men because the other way, that's another conversation for another day. But, you have all these options essentially, and then it's like too much choice. So then you don't have to choose.
So you just keep playing the game, innit? Like, especially if you're not really serious about actually finding someone and it's not like an emotional thing or a want for you. It's just like, oh, I'm bored, why not? I can do it, so why not? But yeah, and with these dating apps, like, oh yeah, we want you to find someone. No, you don't, because the caliber of men that you're showing me is not my type, and if I want to see my type, then I have to pay for premium or this or that. So it's nonsense, man.
I feel like even some people that have said that they have paid for premium, they haven't fared any better.
Really? Oh,
yeah. So I don't know.
Just delete them all, man. Just get rid of it.
How do we meet people? Just go outside and touch grass.
Yeah, but when you go outside and only uncles talk to you or stare at you, what do you do? Is that... I just feel like maybe that's me, innit? I feel like it's been this way for time.
This is not aimed at you because you don't go outside. Your definition of going outside is going from A to B.
Go to work, go to uni, go to Tesco.
That's it. Of course you're going to see uncles.
No, but you know what as well? Even like when you're on the train or tube or whatever, or somewhere, and a guy will look at you, you look back, and the whole like train journey or whatever, they're just looking at you, staring at you. Why are you not talking to me and approaching me? Why did you get off the train?
I guess I don't want to be. So I think that's the thing as well. I feel like a lot of men are scared to be labelled as they're harassing you.
But if I'm looking at you,
that's very vague though.
If I'm not giving you a dirty look, oh my gosh, I'm so sorry.
Yeah, but you could just be a nice person.
Like just that's smiling. Like
that doesn't mean I'm inviting you to talk to me though. Everyone's different.
Well, I'm sorry. Men need to approach women again. Come on, man. It's jarring because I'm not approaching you to get rejected.
Do men like that though? When
women approach?
I guess some men do. But it's like, no. I feel like that's kind of lazy. I don't know. I will semi-approach. It's like, I give you the green light. I don't know what that is. because it
Just look at them
depends.
and be like,
Hey,
hey.
I like you.
Okay.
or no, we have to take it to the playground. Just go, you're right, I like you. just run away. They have to come.
Leggies.
That's the only way. But yeah, good luck to everyone. But yeah, it sounds like a young thing still. Stop begging for money, man. It's not cute.
Get a job. Well, it's
real.
hard to get a job these days, but still get a job. At least trying it. But yeah, speaking of pick me, rapper Chip, or Chipmunk, however you know him, because I know he dropped the monk. Rapper Chip had Chunkz on his, should we call it a podcast? YouTube show.
I guess it's a podcast.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And asked what is something that would make him disown his own child. And Chunkz said if his child left Islam, but he or she can come back, but if you leave, then it's a complete disownment. So personally, I'm not disowning my child for their choice of religion, their sexuality, the job they want to do, or whatever they want to study, because I think that's your offspring, that's your child. Maybe it's easy to say that, but maybe it's also easy to say, oh yeah, for Chunkz to say, oh, I'll disown them, because you don't have a child, so you're speaking hypothetically. I don't have any children either, but the kind of person I am, I just think that's wild, because to me, family is very important. And I think there are worse things that you could disown a child for. Like, let's say if your child's K-worded someone and the facts are there, the evidence is there. Again, hypothetically speaking, I'm not going to say yes, I would, no, I wouldn't, but those are like better grounds for disownment. Do you get what I mean? Like, I don't know. And I think it's hard for me as raised Christian and someone who hasn't been in any other religion to be like, well, no, because because I don't know. Yeah, I have some knowledge of other religions, etc. And I know some things are like, yes, no. But the comments that I've seen under the post, it was on the Shade Borough, of course.
Oh.
There were even some Muslim people replying saying, to be honest, as a Muslim, it says in the Quran, or it says in this hadith that, you know, about disownment and stuff like that's completely wrong, etc. So again, it can be a cultural thing, or it can be, I don't know, how you interpret your book or whatever. But yeah, ultimately, I'm not disowning my child for nothing. Like I believe in God. I'm not a practicing Christian. I'm not Christian, is what some Christians would say, because I'm not a practicing one who doesn't go to church. But in my heart, I'm Christian. If my child turned around and said to me, I don't believe in God, I would be sad, and I'd pray for them, and I'd hope that they found God. I wouldn't care what religion it was or wasn't, or if it's like a religion without a God. But I'm not going to be pushing them to be a Christian or, you know, disown them or anything. But that's my take on it anyway, to be honest.
Yeah, I also think that, especially with these hypothetical questions as well, and when it comes to kids, I feel like a lot of people don't consider when you're having this child, they're going to be their own being, an own person. You may have this preconceived notion in your head, oh, I want my child to be a lawyer and, you know, do this for the community or whatever ideas that you have. But at the end of the day, it's got nothing to do with you. All you could do is, you know, nurture and obviously, you know, teach your child the way you feel
right
like
is
right. But at the end of the day, they're the ones that have to walk the path. And in terms of the whole religion thing, I can't speak on Islam or anything like that, but I just feel like the general consensus with religion is you're meant to love your brother and sister. So I feel like there's a different way. I'm not saying, you know, try and like shove religion down your child's throat, but, you know, if you feel like, you know, your way is the right way, and of course you want your child to get into heaven, then there's other ways of doing it. Disown it, that's going, okay, well, good luck. Is that not a sin? That's crazy. That's like, for example, you know, taking religion out of it. If your child after a while just decides, I don't want to tie my laces anymore, I just want to go out with my laces untied. Well, go on trip then. Go on trip. You're still in. You may not, like, you know, physically force your child to sit down and tie their depending on the age, force their tie their laces or whatever. This is a really bad analogy, but you get what I mean. Like you're gonna want to be like, okay, do the Mickey Mouse ears or whatever. Like you want to try and teach them, maybe encourage, but a whole like, all right, well, good luck, but I'll be here when you figure it out.
That's just gonna make them think, okay, well, is that what your religion is about then? Just to discard people who are whatever. But yeah,
I've seen people keep worse company for like as you said, like someone killing. I know it's different, if it's your child. I hope I never would have to go through that conundrum, because at the end of the day, I don't look down on a parent that is supporting their child through that, or someone that's like, I just need to step away. I don't know. I hope I never go through that experience, but I feel like it's kind of hard to just be like, just
see you later.
See you later. Yeah, and then, as I said, people keep company for what, as you said, M word or SA or whatever. And I'm talking about not even their blood. These are your so-called friends, but you have such a hard time to disown them because you love your friend. Again, that's your prerogative. I'm not here to tell you who you should and should not be friends with. I mean, but then with your child, it's like, it's just easy for you to dash them away. I don't understand. Snack clicking, Stephen.
All this hypothetical stuff now, man. I don't know. Yeah. I was going to ask a question, what would you disown your child for? But then we've already answered it.
For eating my snacks? No, I don't.
I'm sorry. I just can't. I can't ever imagine disowning my imaginary non-existent child. Sorry. Like, nah. Because I already have their names as well. So, like, everything's already, like, predetermined and decided. Like, it's all built up in my head. So, they already exist as far as I'm concerned. I'm already attached.
Talking about attached, is she attached?
Who?
Well, there was this whole discourse with Kayla, Nicole, basically Travis Kelce's ex. Who's Travis Kelce, you say? He's Taylor Swift's new boo thing. Fiance. So I'm calling this, he wasn't man enough, or was it shade enough? So Halloween gave us drama, darling. No.
The shoulders, darling.
So, yes, Kayla McCall, a.k.a. the ex, a.k.a. whoever, decided for Halloween to, dress up as Tony Braxton in the, he was a man enough for me.
I knew the video top to bottom, did you? I bet you did.
Say that again?
I knew the video, like the moves, top to bottom as a kid. Did you? And I bet you did. I know you did.
Who do you think I am? Anyway, before this turns into podcast karaoke. So yeah, she dressed up as Tony Braxton, lip syncing, the iconic lyrics. Do you know I dumped him? You know the lines, girl. Anyway, so obviously the internet, or should I say some angry Swifties, went wild. Saying that, she's shading it. I guess optically doesn't look that great, does it? With context and everything. But then, okay, sorry. Kayla Nicole, she goes on her podcast, I think she has a podcast called The Pre-Game, and she basically addresses it, and she goes, no, this wasn't about Taylor Swift. It was inspired by my white childhood best friend, named Taylor.
What?
Whose mum
got me trolling at this point.
Whose mum loves Tony Braxton. Girl! I mean,
trolling.
It could be a coincidence, and that could be a true story. I don't know, but the timing of it is a bit crazy. And then obviously I was explaining to Shari as well that, of course, Tony Braxton is a black icon. Yeah, so some people are like black people famous, and there's some people that are like white people famous. So someone could come to me and be like, oh my gosh, do you know? And I'm going to be like, she seems like a beautiful white woman, but I don't know her. I don't know her. So I feel like Tony Braxton
is black famous, definitely.
There is some crossover. They might know unbreak my heart. Unbreak your heart. Unbreak my heart.
Unbreak my heart.
Yeah, but other than that, they may not know face to name. Do you know what I mean? So a lot of Swifties crazy ones, because I know y'all are not all crazy. But basically saying, "Oh, why is she writing a whole song?
Yeah, I
Why is
saw
she making
that.
a whole song?" And I'm like,
Girl,
"Ma'am, that's Tony Braxton. Nah, I don't know what you're talking about." So basically, what was I gonna say? So it's like, are you really unbothered, or are you just performing peace? Because at this point, yeah, live your life, girl. But I'm kind of not side eyeing. I'm like, you guys are not together anymore. I can't remember how. I don't know the ins and outs of how long they have not been together. But of course, Taylor and Kelsey, they've been together for maybe at least a year. I feel like it's longer than that. But you know, they've been together to the point of engagement. So it's kind of like,
Are you salty because of it?
are you salty? And then I'm like, didn't you dump him? I don't know.
Yeah.
But I feel like maybe she needs to take a page, whether it's performative or not, take a page out of Omarion's book where he was the king of being unbothered. Like, do your thing, you know, and just don't worry about them. Like, but I guess if she weren't really thinking about them, and she was her story about her childhood best friend, and she wanted to dress up as Tony Braxton,
Fair, innit?
I mean, fair enough. But what I wanted to ask you is, have you ever posted something and then it's kind of like you're subtweeting someone at the same time?
Oh yeah,
Or
but there's someone who doesn't have Twitter or doesn't know my Twitter.
Oh, okay.
Just to like kind of vent and then just delete. Yeah, but
Fair
not
enough.
like
So
not like
you haven't like
yeah.
you haven't like that, you know, that on the platform.
Nah. Oh wait.
I feel like
Probably like just like not a first trap, but like yeah, here's my face and this is what I look like. I look good today. But yeah, haven't we
hear
all?
it. Not for me, not for like a guy. Because I feel like most guys that I've ever spoke to, you don't follow me on socials.
Oh, okay, fair.
And then you know me, Shari, I'm very like,
yeah, you don't.
I will.
You're not. Yeah.
I will tweet. You're my Twitter. I will send it to you if I'm feeling away. I'm not going to put it on Twitter.
Yeah,
but I feel like the only thing that I've done is probably if I've had. I feel like I've done it in the past and I denied it because I gaslit. Toxic error Shanice. I had an argument or falling out with a friend of mine, and then I kind of subtweeted about it, and then but it was very vague. But of course, if you know, you know, innit? And then another friend was like, "Oh, was this tweet about so and so?" And I was like, "What tweet are you talking?" I know what you're talking about. What tweet are you? What tweet are you talking about? And it's like, "Oh, this one because that person is now upset that you're didn't." I was like, well, if the shoe fits and da da da, but I wasn't talking about this though. But I was. But yeah, that's the only thing. I was messy. Anyway, communicate, guys. Don't subtweet.
So, as I'm sure everyone is aware, the long-awaited Michael Jackson biopic called Michael will be out next year. I can't remember what month.
I think April, but I don't know if that's just America.
Yes, actually, that's right. Hopefully it's worldwide, yeah. So, within 24 hours, the trailer accumulated 116.2 million views globally. I think that's sick. And automatically...
It beat Taylor Swift's trailer. No, I'm being serious. Hers was the most watched. She had like a concert film.
Oh,
and
yeah.
Her trailer, I wasn't being shady to Taylor Swift. Everyone just like, Shanice, do you hate Taylor Swift? No, I don't know the woman. She seems nice.
I don't really care for her.
I don't know her.
Yeah.
Like she's cool. She seems right. She does her thing. She goes home. It's fine. But yeah, her trailer was the most viewed movie trailer, and then Michael beat it. Anyway, continue.
Oh. And yeah, like seeing the trailer, I just got this feeling that like it's gonna be the film that like breaks records, like the most X amount of millions in the box office, like of all time. You know them kind of like statistics, and it
people are planning outfits already.
Do you know what I hope? I hope it's going to be like Black Panther. Because
I feel like people are planning outfits. So I saw a tweet of someone saying they're going to buy 2 cinema seats, and then they're going to dress up like the Thriller cover, so they can
I saw
just like.
This is what I mean about black people. Yeah, it doesn't matter what diaspora. Yeah, all of us can't take us nowhere. We're unserious, but we're so funny. So I think it's going to be so good, and like. me and my family, we're like a very musical family in terms of like we just love all types of music. But like when it comes to music, especially Motown, like Jackson 5, Temptations, that kind of era. So like we love it. So the cast is Jafar Jackson, who is playing Michael, who is Michael Jackson's nephew. Coleman Domingo as Joe Jackson, Michael Jackson's dad. I think that's such a good cast because I feel like his range is so good, and I feel like Coleman Domingo's got like a lot more to give. And to play Joe Jackson, you have to, because like his dad, Joe Jackson, was a very serious, stern, strict man. So I'm really interested in seeing how Coleman Domingo portrays him. Nia Long as Catherine Jackson, Michael Jackson's mum. Kat Graham, if you know, Vampire Diaries.
I know
Bonnie
Kat
from the
Graham.
Vampire Diaries, yeah, as Diana Ross. Lorenz Tate as Berry Gordy. And Kendrick Sampson as Quincy Jones, the guy from Insecure. So what I found really
I didn't even
funny,
recognize him in the trailer, by the way.
Me
It just clicks
either,
me when
'cause-
it just clicks when you said it. I was like, oh, it is him. I just
No,
anyway.
it's true, because when I was seeing like all these names flashing across the screen, I was just like squidding that. Maybe it's the hair and the you know what I mean. I was gonna say, so you know the Michael Jackson impersonator Fabio Jackson.
Oh my days.
He
Sick and
kills
tired
me.
of him.
If people don't know, so he's one of many, of course. So the one that was in Times Square, I think it was, watching another Michael Jackson impersonator, and he's there with his arms folded, and he was watching as if he was Michael.
It was Michael.
Yeah, and like he wasn't very impressed, but he was kind of like, and then he goes to the woman with him. Oh, I love to see Michael Jackson impersonators. I'm thinking, are you not one? So anyway, Fabio Jackson must have been on a stream, watched the trailer of the movie live. He's like, this is very important. This is very important. Yeah, and I can't lie, he was giving salty vibes towards Jafar Jackson, because it's like I feel like he feels like it should be him.
It should be him.
I can't lie. I feel like Fabio Jackson is probably one of the most, or the most famous impersonators, because I don't really know of any others. But he was just really doing all these, the hands and the thinking faces and the and the little sly smirk. And I'm like, what are you smirking at, bro? Like, and then the comments were so funny, like on X. I say Twitter, but
It's still Twitter,
X.
man. I don't care.
Yeah. So yeah, people were like, he thinks this is about his life. He seems sour. He acts like Michael left him in charge. And yes, also the film, I'm also wondering how good the music will be, because when it comes to like biopic movies about artists, I think it's so important that the producer or the people in charge of the score are like really good, seasoned people. Because I know like when it comes to these kind of biopics, Quincy Jones, you'll normally see in the credits like produced by Quincy Jones or da-da-da, but did he pass away, Quincy Jones? Yeah. So it says that the film will feature a soundtrack with both original scores and a compilation of Michael Jackson's music. So yeah, I have really high hopes for it, because the only other Michael Jackson like things I've seen in the past, I don't know if anyone remembers The Jacksons: An American Dream, which is a mini-series released in 1992. Angela Bassett, Terrence Howard, and Jason Weaver played young Michael. That was really good. And then Flex, remember Flex from...
I would see the pictures pop up.
Flex Alexander in Man in the Mirror, the Michael Jackson story, VH1 special 2004. They airbrushed his skin with, if people don't know, they airbrushed his skin with white paint. And I saw a clip where he was talking about it, and he was saying like, there was no indication that this wasn't going to be a good film. And like, but when they spray painted me...
Did he look at the man in the mirror?
Exactly. And then he said, I look ashy, right? And they were just like, no, it's fine. So yeah, like, apart from American Dream miniseries, there's nothing that has, told Michael Jackson's story that well. So I'm really looking forward to it.
I feel like it's so complex, his story, so that's why it's kind of hard to do. But I feel like it'd be done well, because I feel like weren't some of, I don't know who were involved, but some of the brothers were involved. Latoya's involved and stuff. Yeah.
So maybe as well, the brothers as well. So it will be as close as possible.
Yeah, because I feel like, who was it? Was it? I can't remember who it was. But one of the brothers, again, I can't even see whose face. I can't even give you a name. Because he was talking about how much, Jafar was preparing for it.
Yeah.
So... And also, I wanted to bring... I don't know if you was going to say it, so tell me to shut up if...
No, it's okay.
I'm doing too much.
I literally rambled, so carry on.
But basically, you probably saw it as well. I think I tweeted about it because it was grinding my gears. I'm sick of tired, especially when it comes to like biopics of anybody, and they're like, he doesn't, or she doesn't look like him, or he doesn't look like him. It's not a lookalike competition. Yes, it does help if there's some resemblance, but at the end of the day, the main point is the story, the acting, the dancing, and the singing. Just recently, there were 2 Elvis films, and none of them brothers look like Elvis. You had one, what's his name, Jacob Elordi, the guy from Euphoria. He's like 6 foot something. Elvis was not 6 foot something.
No.
Looks nothing like the man. You had what's his face, Austin Butler. He played Elvis as well. Them 2 don't even look alike, and they don't look like Elvis, and they did fine. So I just feel like you guys need to calm down. And on top of that, one recent I guess biopic series that was really good was the New Edition story.
Oh,
brilliant!
I loved it.
Absolutely brilliant. They look nothing like the brothers. Nothing. But
that's not important.
As long as they can embody and the essence. That's what's important. And plus, I don't think you're gonna get any closer than a whole nephew of Michael Jackson. And there are certain shots and certain scenes you're like, oh, Michael, like.
And people were like, oh, the nose prosthetic is wrong. And I'm like, do you guys remember what Michael Jackson looked like before his skin condition? Like, he's a black man. He's not a white man. He had a black nose. He did have surgery on it because he didn't want to look like his dad. Like, this is what I mean. You don't know your culture, man.
It's so annoying. Do you know what one comment annoyed me, Shari? Someone was like, underneath, this is going to sound so stupid. They was like, oh, he just, talking about Jafar, yeah? Oh, he just looks like Jermaine Jackson dressing up as Michael Jackson. For those that don't know, Jafar is Jermaine's son, so of course he looks like his daddy.
Yeah. But it's like, what do you lot want, man? Like, this guy went away for X amount of years to prepare, and literally, you see the trailer that was done with like the side-by-sides of Michael Jackson's actual performances. Oh my gosh, like, I'm sorry, there's nothing you lot can say to tell me that he didn't, even before seeing the film, that he hasn't smashed it like already.
And
like,
he's taking it very seriously.
Yeah. He did why have I got my faith man? He did, I get so passionate. Like, he did one Twitter post maybe like 2 years ago or something, and that was it. And he was like, yeah, I'm out. Like, he locked in. So yeah, I'm really excited.
Because it's nepotism. No, but this is nepotism done right. And he's obviously worked hard. Yeah. Like even what's it, Ice Cube's son when he did
that was he was very good.
Straight Outta Compton.
Yeah. He was very good.
He was very good, but he still had to audition. Like Ice Cube didn't like, okay, yeah, you're my son. He's like, no, you got to go audition. You got to work for it. So just because they have the name doesn't mean
they get the job.
Get it. At least wait till the film comes out, and then if it is bad, if he's done a bad, I can't see how that will happen.
It's gonna slap. I don't care.
But
it's gonna
slap. If by chance it's not great, and it's just like, what is this? Then you're valid to have your opinion, but
wait, innit?
Just wait. But right now it's just about aesthetics, and I feel like this is why we don't get a lot of good stories, because you guys are so like wrapped up in, well, that doesn't make sense, and like I feel like we'll never get like a film like the Cinderella that Brandy was in, because everyone's gonna be like, this doesn't make sense.
This is not genetically correct.
How is your son Asian but the mum is black? Like,
and the dad's white.
Like, just
as a kid though, watching that, I did clock, but
for 2 seconds, and you moved on.
Yeah, like it was like a 1 second, like, oh.
And like, it's like, do you guys go to the theatre? Because sometimes those castings definitely don't make sense.
There's a word for that. You know, where they cast and it doesn't matter about the race.
Colourblind casting.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah. But usually with that, it's like, for example, just say that the main role is they're going to do it colourblind, but once they have that role, then they will cast around said person. So then I will try and find, like, if I've casted you, I will find your mom that kind of looks like you, or at least the same shade. Do you know what I mean? So there's that. But yeah, man, Don't make me crash out about Michael Jackson because you're not getting on my nerves. So yeah, that was our hot topic section. We're gonna move on. English today. Move on to our crash out segment. So if you have any crash mail, so any dilemmas, stories, questions, games, whatever, you can send that to kpopbox.co.uk/crash out crew. There's a form. Just submit it. And it's all anonymous. You can pick a name. You know, it could be called Twinkle Toes. I don't know. But yeah, we have a dilemma, Shari. I don't know. Do you want me to read it or should I? I'll read it.
Yeah, you can read it.
Okay. So, hey, Crash Out crew. Hi. Hope you are well. We breathing, girl. We breathing. Okay. So, I need some advice because I officially ran out of ways to say, girl, let it go. Okay. My friend was seeing this guy earlier this year. They weren't officially together, but they went on a few dates and she really liked him. You know when you can just tell she was building a whole love story in her head. That was her. The issue is he was dating other people at the same time, which she knew about. But when it came down to it, he decided to go exclusive with somebody else.
Oh no.
So yeah, it stung. But technically they weren't I It's been 5 months now, and she's still not over it.
Girl.
I told her, just unfollow or block if it helps. Out of sight, out of mind. But no, she refuses. Instead, she tortures herself by checking his stories and posts. And because they still follow each other, she sees that he still watches her stories. Not all, but just the odd ones. And she will catch... not all, but the ones she catches. I can't read. The ones she catches, she will let me know. I also want to mention it's usually mundane story posts like her at work or at the gym. She swears up and down it means something, saying things like, why is he still watching me if he's in a relationship? Meanwhile, I'm like, girl, people watch stories. Half the time, I'm not even paying attention. I just let them run in the background. He's not interacting, he's not liking, he's not replying, he's just there, a ghost view. I've tried explaining that a view doesn't mean interest, but she thinks I'm being too logical and I don't understand the signs. So I'm asking, who do you agree with? Does a story view actually mean something, or is she just looking for meaning where there isn't any? And most importantly, should she finally let this go and stop monitoring his every move? Or am I being unsympathetic by telling her just to move on? Thanks for reading.
Okay. No, you're not being unsympathetic because you weren't exclusive. He was dating other people whilst, you were dating. I hope you were too, and she should have been, but probably not by the sounds of it because it was a whole lovey-dovey thing. He chose someone else, delete, block, out of sight, out of mind. Viewing a story doesn't mean anything. However, sometimes men are fast when they are in a relationship or engaged and they're still fastening up themselves to watch you.
Sorry.
So yeah, it's two sides of a coin. Yeah, sometimes it could just be I'm just watching, innit? I'm watching a story. But then sometimes they are being fast because he probably wants to be like, oh, what's she doing? But it doesn't mean anything. That's just men, innit? And yeah, just block because it's not making sense. Why are you torturing yourself? It's been 5 months and you weren't exclusive, you weren't together. Yeah. I
don't think you're being unsympathetic, but if she doesn't want to do something, she's not going to do it. So,
but then just tell her to stop messaging you with all the he viewed my story and da-da-da-da-da, because I'd get annoyed by this point. Like, would you not be annoyed as well?
Yeah, but we're rude though. I feel like we're rude. I feel like people will be like, yeah, but that's your friends and people deal with things differently and blah, 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 blah. But I just feel like because it's been like 5 months, it's like, okay. And then it's not even like, for example, I can understand, you know how I am with social media. I'm like, that means nothing. But
yeah.
I would understand more if, for example, just say he's been viewing, bear in mind, she said it's not even every story, so it's sparingly. So again, it means even less, right?
Exactly.
Then on top of that, he's not liking, he's not reacting to your story. So it's not like he's opening that that window or door of communication. So it means even less. Because as I said, if there was a like, or if he's like, teehee, again, I wouldn't read nothing into it. But then, as Shari said, some men are fast. Not even just men, but like women or whatever.
Yeah,
like
people are fast. Yeah.
Like that's their entry point to get a conversation started. Do you know what I mean? So, but he's not even doing that. So I don't know why you're torturing yourself.
It's not making sense. Because what are you hoping that he keeps? I don't know. Is it at the point where your friend is posting like pictures and stuff of her to kind of entice him, hoping he sees it? Are you hoping that he sees something he likes, and then he's like, oh, do you know what? I made the wrong decision. I want to be with you. No, like, come on, man.
I wouldn't even want to be with someone like that because I'm like,
exactly, wishy-washy, innit?
Stand firm in your choice. So then when someone else is showing a bit of ankle, you can be like, oh, actually. I don't know what people are into. You know what I mean? But it's true. Like, if you're so wishy-washy, I don't want it. I feel like your friend needs to respect his decision. He said, listen, I'm dating other people. And it says a few dates, so it's not even like a few, it's like 2, maybe 4.
Yeah, like why did it become so deep? But do you know what, yeah, I can't lie. Some people fall fast, and I don't want to say get attached, but
it is attachment.
It is attachment. I want it to be nicer and be like, you take a deep liking to someone quite quickly, because I used to be like that. However, I would be like, okay, I like people quite, depending, not all the time, quite quickly, but I have a brain still and I'm not going to get gassed. Do you get what I mean? Whereas some people just fall, and they fall hard quickly, and it just depends. So maybe you need to work on that.
Yeah, like, I don't know. I don't think it's wrong to like fall for someone quickly, but then there's awareness. You need to have some sort of awareness. And if you know that, again, the amount of times I've told people, oh, just unfollow them or just block them, and they're like, oh, I don't want to. At least mute the guy then or something.
Yeah.
Something. Like,
because otherwise you're just going to be constantly like checking and looking, and do you know what I mean? So it doesn't make sense, and you'll never be able to move past or move forward. But it doesn't sound like she really wants to, because she's still hanging on to hope.
Yeah.
That's what it feels like.
I feel like if your friend brings it up again, like she's like, oh my gosh, like, he's doing my story. I feel like you need to be like, okay, what do you think this actually means? Let her explain what she actually thinks it means. And then it's like, okay, so what happens now?
How do we move forward?
Yeah, like
what are you looking for from this?
What's next? Because she is torturing herself.
Yeah, she is, definitely.
Well, good luck. I don't know if we actually helped with anything, but
well, she asked, do we agree or disagree?
We agree with you.
Yeah. So,
but I don't know if you've already addressed your friend countless times. I guess it's going to fall on deaf ears. But I guess the next thing is like, okay, so he's used your story. Okay, so now what?
Like, are you gonna? What's your plan of action?
Yeah,
or is it just a thing where you just want to keep this whole? Is it just like a hobby for you now, like that you're just checking when he's viewed your story and to talk about it all the time? It's giving hobby now, like.
Yeah, girl.
That's why you need to be tough. You need to be tough, man. That's why I'm tough now. I don't take no nonsense. That's why my phone's dry. I'm blocked.
Screaming. I'm done. Okay, so let's move on to our personal crash outs. Shari, do you have a crash out this week?
I do. You know, like, when you take certain jobs, okay, we know how the economy is, like, everyone needs money in it. Sometimes you take a job you don't want because you want money. However, I think there are certain professions that you need to take seriously. If you're working within the NHS doesn't matter, it could be GP, could be receptionist, could be a cleaner, whatever. You need to be serious, because this is people's health, yeah? Yes, the NHS is free, but I disagree, because we pay taxes and we pay for prescriptions. But as a GP, when I say GP, I don't know what Americans call it, general practitioner, so your regular doctor's office. As a GP, receptionist or admin...
Sorry, that just tickled me.
The doctor's office, City Hall, sorry,
City Hall! No!
You know, we were talking about like random American things. Anyway,
I got subpoenaed.
Yeah.
Sorry, let me just plug this in.
Yeah. So as a GP receptionist or someone who works on the GP administration team who's in charge of emails and documents being sent to the doctor or whatever, that is a very serious job, because whether you have forwarded X documents or X messages or filed or processed whatever needs to be processed for letters to go out or whatever, that's very serious, because people's like well-being, mental health, physical health is detrimental to your job role. So I've just literally had it up to here with not one doctor surgery, two, because they now up to here, they have me in between two surgeries. I don't know why. Every time there's something important, whether I'm requesting a medical document or I'm sending in something or whatever, I'm sending emails. And then a few days later, I'll message again and be like, oh, hello, has this been actioned or has this been sent to the doctor? Yes, it has. Okay, so I've got the email in front of me. I'm then now being told by whatever organisation, okay, it will take X amount of months, so please wait X amount of months. If you've not heard back, then please contact us back. So I then contacted the doctor's surgery to say, I've not heard anything, can you please update me? Oh, what are you talking about? So these emails where you said to me, yes, it's been done, it wasn't done. But yeah, I just think it's crazy. What's your crash out?
Guys, I feel like we need to be considerate of other people's feelings and what people are going through, and especially for those that are close with people. Mm-hmm. I feel like we, just in general, society and stuff, we've become very individualistic, yeah, and we're losing that kind of village aspect of things. And even when it comes down to just communicating, I feel like sometimes people are not considering how the other person is feeling or how other people take certain information. So, for example, I have people that I'm not even that close to, but they will just message out of nowhere because they just want to dump, kind of. Like, they just want to, like, and it's not even I'm trying to be rude and I don't want to hear, like, where you're coming from or try and help your situation out. But it's like, you don't know what headspace I'm in. You don't know if I'm sick or... There's just, like, no consideration.
And we're not friends like that.
And especially people, that's not even, like, a personal relationship. It's like a work colleague situation. No consideration. Something that you could have messaged me tomorrow at a reasonable time. You think, it's 11:30 p.m. Let me talk about work. And especially those that know that, unfortunately, I don't have there's no separate work line. So it's not even like, I know Shanice isn't going to read this now and her phone is switched off. So I'm just going to send it, and whenever she gets back to me, she gets back to me.
This is my personal hotline, y'all. Like, come on.
And another thing that gets on my nerves that's happened to you as well, Shari. People, stop sending messages like, oh yeah, I'm going to do it in a minute. I'm going to do it. Just do it. Just message me when you're doing the thing. Don't message me, oh yeah. Tomorrow I'm going to go get the just message me tomorrow. Yeah, I did the thing.
Just when it's done. Yeah.
When it's done, because the people that do like, oh yeah, I'm going to do it in 2 minutes. They're never the people that do it in 2 minutes. They just say it and that's my deed done for the day. Like, no, because now you're just clogging my phone or emails with, oh, I'm going to do it in 2 minutes, and then you don't do it in 2 minutes. Now I have to chase you again. So let's stop doing that. Sick and tired of it.
Your face is so funny. Stop doing that.
Stop doing that. But anyway, guys, that's another week of controlled chaos with the Crash Out crew. Thank you so much for listening. Remember to rate us, leave a comment, a like on wherever you listen to us, watch us on. Again, if you want to get involved, then submit your things at kpopbox.co.uk/crashoutcrew. And until next time, protect your peace, mind your business, I don't crash out when people don't communicate properly. But anyway, bye.
Bye.